I found the most unhinged am I the arsehole stories on Reddit, and I'm gonna be the judge to decide if they are in fact the arsehole or not. Let's get into these stories. You're gonna have to bear with me because I know I'm gonna struggle to read. Yeah, these are big paragraphs. Okay, I've got this. Am I the arsehole for not letting my husband name my daughter after my dead sister? Okay, I, 28 female, gave birth a week ago, and when that happened, my boyfriend suggested we name her Ashley. I told him no because that's the name of my twin sister who died. He started telling me it would be fine since my sister was dead, but I told him if we named our daughter that I would have too much emotional baggage and would have mental breakdowns Okay, I've got this. Would have mental breakdowns and PTSD flashbacks. He kept arguing and I finally told him to get out and I named the baby Kira. Kira's such a sweet name. I love that. When he walked back in, he went on. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? When he walked back in, he went off on me for naming the baby without him. A few hours later, I got calls from his side of the family telling me I should have let him name the baby because in their house, the first baby is named entirely by the dad. Am I the arsehole? You are 1000% not the arsehole. You're joking if you're telling me that this freaking douchebag thinks, one, he's gonna name your daughter by himself. I'm sorry, did he just carry the baby for 9 months and then go through excruciating pain to deliver that baby? I don't freaking think so. Okay, he was literally involved with like 1 second of making that child, so that's 1 point. 2, naming it after a dead sister. That man must be sick. I hope that this guy is like your ex-boyfriend, not gonna lie. But yeah, you're not the arsehole. That's a loved one who's passed. That is so hard for so many people. That is really hard. And naming your kid, like imagine that like every time you see your child, you're just gonna think of a dead relative. Yeah, she said she'll have mental breakdowns and PTSD flashbacks, which is so fair. So you are not the arsehole. Oh my god, there's an edit, wait. During my pregnancy, we had agreed on the name Kira, but as soon as I gave birth on the day my sister died, he wanted to name it after her, which felt like he was purposely trying to disrespect her death. So she, oh my goodness. Holy shit. Oh my god, we got updates. Wait. I just got to a hotel with the baby and blocked his number. Good job. I will find someone who truly loves me for who I am. It's meant to be me. Loves me for who I am, as the man only wanted me because I was rich. The court date is on the 30th, where me and him will fight for custody over the child. Better freaking get that child. I would not want my child in the hands of that man. I'm going to use some of the money I have to pay for a lawyer who will help support me so my daughter doesn't get stuck with a drug addict like him. Get it, girl. Update 3. My little sister went on his Instagram and found out he'd been cheating on me with 5 other women and got 3 of them pregnant. I'm glad I dumped his ass. Okay, I'm so glad you dumped his ass too, because I was telling you to get out of there from like the first little bit. Jesus, man. The court date was yesterday, and with the help of the lawyer, I got full custody of Kira. Thank you for all the help with this. I'm glad that the child is safe with you. You are not the arsehole, obviously. Like, what the hell? How could you? Okay, no. How do you even think you're the arsehole in that situation? Jesus. Also, like, guys, can we not cheat? Is it that hard? If you're in a position where you're like, you want to do things with other people, then break up with the person? Like, come on, people. Okay, so first one. You are not guilty, you're not the arsehole. Judge Matilda has spoken. Okay, next one. Am I the arsehole for still not letting my sister into my house after she made me miss my daughter's birth? I'm gonna say like no from the get-go, but like, let's read. Frankly, I don't know if I'm being an arsehole. Family seems to think I am, so just want to know what others here think. My sister, 25 female, was going to meet her dad, not my dad by the way, for the first time in almost 19 years. She was really nervous. She asked me to go with her for support. He was staying at some hotel about 30 minutes away, and the whole ride over there, my sister had my phone to give me directions. My wife was calling me because she'd gone into labor. Then am I L was calling me too. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but someone was calling him too. My sister put my phone on Do Not Disturb without me knowing and erased the notifications. I didn't even realise it until after we were leaving from having lunch with him an hour and a half later that she'd been calling me. All my sister told me was I had missed a call, more like dozens. When I found out I was yelling at her the whole ride to the hospital. She apologized many times. Her only excuse was this was a big emotional moment for her meeting her dad and she was scared doing it alone knowing how her anxiety is. This was the only time they'd have to see each other since he was leaving in a few days and wouldn't be back for months. I really couldn't believe it. By the time we got there, my daughter had already been born a half hour. Don't get me wrong, I was so happy to know my daughter and wife were okay, but I was also devastated to have missed the birth of my first child. Couldn't look at my sister. All I told her was to get an Uber to take her home because I didn't want her near me right now. My daughter is almost 4 weeks old and almost everyone vaccinated has come to see her. Last weekend my parents came over with my sister in the car, but I said I don't want her in my home right now. They got mad and left early. I keep hearing it from my family that I'm being completely unfair, treating my sister like an outcast by not letting her in my home, but I'm still really angry at her right now and don't think I have it in me to be in her presence. Am I the asshole? Once again, you are not the asshole. Right, the birth of your first child is going to be, that's going to be the only time it happens, right? That's like a once in a lifetime moment and probably one of like people's top moments in their lives. I get that the sister wanted support because not seeing your father in like 18, 19 years is a lot. Her seeing that he was being called, putting the phone on Do Not Disturb, no. So the sister's kind of an arsehole, not gonna lie. And the fact that she saw that he was being contacted and then no, that's honestly horrible. And if that happened to me, I would most likely cry. I mean, like, how could I miss my own child's birth because I would be birthing it? But do you get what I mean? Oh my god, this thing on my head is being so annoying. Okay, but yes, not the arsehole is my ruling. Your sister, however, is the arsehole. Ooh, am I the arsehole for ruining 3 relationships? This is juicy. I'm a married woman who was happily married up until a few days ago. Recently, my husband started talking about a new girl at work. I thought, fine, I trust him, and he has other female friends. Soon I noticed the way he talked about her was different. He seemed really giddy, almost like when we were dating. It bothered me a bit, partly because she is 19 and I am 36. But once again, I trust him, so I left it alone. Okay. Occasionally when he was texting her, I would ask what they were talking about and he gave me vague answers. One day I came home and found him talking on the phone with her. This bothered me. When he got off the phone, I told him how much it bothered me. Good communication. I asked to see the messages between the two of them. He said that they were private. Okay, we all know what that means. He mentioned that the two of them had played a game where they guessed secrets about each other and he gave his word not to show it to anyone. I told him I felt this was too intimate for a conversation for friends to be having. He mentioned that she really didn't want her boyfriend to know that they were talking. Red flags went off in my mind. I told him he needed to stop talking to her. He refused, saying he didn't want to lose his friend. Eventually, I decided to let the boyfriend know that they were talking and sharing secrets. I figured I would want to know if I were him. He said she had cheated on him multiple times before, and when he asked her about it, she denied everything. After all of that, they broke up. She told my husband to stop talking to her, therefore ending their friendship. And my husband and I were in a weird space. And my husband and I own a weird space now. Am I the arsehole for ruining 3 relationships? Once again, we got 3 for 3. You are not the arsehole. 19 years old? And she's 36, by the way. Can we really just emphasize that? Please. That is 17-year difference. Don't know how old the guy is, but if there's a 17-year age difference between his friend and his girlfriend, we got freaky vibes. Yeah. The fact that the friend's boyfriend said, oh yeah, she's cheated on me before. If someone cheats on me, like, I'm running like Usain Bolt, man. No one has seen me run faster than you've seen me run when I find that. Imagine walking in on it too. Man, I would be so broken and crumbled, and so I'd be out of that relationship. So he obviously like is just like chilling with it, I guess. I don't know, that's a bit weird to me, but believe it. Yeah, very toxic man, very toxic relationship. You're not the asshole. I'm glad that the boyfriend broke up with the friend's boyfriend broke up. They broke up, and I'm glad that the friend and your boyfriend are now not friends. There's too many people in this thing, and I think saying that you're in a weird space is like, I think you should just break up with him like right now. Freak the we're in a weird space now, just jump onto leaving him and running away, please, because that man is giving all the red flags, all the bad juju vibes. Keep it away. Shoo like a fly, man. Not the asshole once again. 3, 4, 3. Am I the asshole for inviting my 29-year-old? Oh, for me, 29-year-old male girlfriend, 28-year-old female, on an expensive vacation and expecting her to pay all of her share and make a lot more than her? I'm gonna say off the bat, probably the arsehole, but we're gonna move on. I feel like there's thought behind it. Maybe we'll let the explanation explain. Hello, my girlfriend, myself, my parents, and my brother and his wife all went on vacation in another country a week ago. My brother and I were the ones who did most of the planning of the itinerary, although we did ask everyone else for input. For background, I make around 150k as an IT consultant. My girlfriend is a teacher making 45k. That's a big difference. My parents pretty affluent, as well as my brother and sister-in-law. My girlfriend knew this trip was coming up and took on a second job waitressing on the weekends for several months to get ready for it. We have always been 50-50 in the 2 years we have been together. There were a few times on the vacation where she did not go on outings with us, wine tasting, scuba diving, etc. Probably because she can't pay for it. She also would only eat 2 meals a day, simply saying that she was on a budget. My family does favour more high-end, expensive places. My parents thought it was very strange that she only eats 2 meals a day, although she normally eats 3, because she can't pay for it. Also, like, we're just gonna pause it here. If I'm dating someone and I have literally no money and they need food, I will do anything to get them food or get them what they need, right? I could have literally $0 to my name, but I will make up something. So just like letting her only eat 2 meals a day. Man, what is it with these men? Oh god. When we got home, I asked her why she skipped out on several of the outings and only ate 2 meals a day. Imagine how I heard her stomach growling one night, so I wouldn't do anything about it, and said I was concerned about her having an eating disorder. She got teary-eyed and said that 3 meals a day wasn't physically feasible for her, and neither were the outings that she chose not to go on. She went on 3 of the 6 outings. She said she was not expecting everything to cost so much and she was overwhelmed. She also said she doesn't know if this is going to work long term if she is expected to go on vacations like that with people who make so much more than her. I feel bad that I did not pick up on her discomfort sooner, but we did agree to split everything 50-50, and I don't know why she agreed to come if the cost was an issue. You are 1000% the asshole. You're literally making 3 times what she does. I don't know how. It's saying you didn't notice that she was only eating 2 meals a day when your family's asking why she's only eating 2 meals a day, and everyone's obviously not seeing her at these outings, and then you're talking about it with her later. Like I stated before, I would just freaking pay for the food, because food is important, okay? Everyone, please eat nourishing food. Food is good for your body, it fuels you, okay? And I know people do have hard relationships with food, okay? And then saying, oh, I think you have an eating disorder. No, you literally know that she's freaking earning like 3 times less than you. She picked up another job to help pay. Oh my lord. hard, and then you expect her to be 50-50, like, I know 50-50, like, that makes sense, but if you can see that she's struggling to pay for stuff, just pay for it if you can, because like, you're making 150k, man. I think you can afford. And then, or my family prefers like more expensive things. Like, don't freaking plan for a mega budget when you know that she's making like so much less money, and that you know that she puts so much like work into trying to get enough money to go as well. And again, like, she literally said to you that she can't afford the stuff, so she's eating 2 meals a day. Then you say, oh, I'm sad I didn't notice her discomfort earlier. Do you have freaking eyes, man? What the hell? Someone says, I think it's safe to say that she didn't enjoy the holiday at all. I agree. And she's probably freaking stressed. She probably couldn't even like afford what she actually paid for anyway. Like, she's probably freaking in so much shit now. Oh my god. And he said he heard her stomach grumbling. And wonders, oh, why is she only eating 2 meals a day? I freaking wonder, man. I wonder. Maybe put 2 and 2 together. Maybe have one at least a freaking brain cell. Yeah, so you are 1000% the asshole. Final ruling of the day, asshole. Yes. Okay. I think I've gotten a bit, what, this freaking thing, man. I need to like put it higher. Anyway, I hope you like the change of scenery. It went from like light outside to dark, so that's why like all of the light darkness has probably changed. Part 2 of this will definitely be happening. So yes, let me know if you agree with my rulings. I mean, like, I do get the final say because here I am, Judge Matilda in the house. But yeah, let me know if you can find any like really good stories for me to do. You can pop them down there. Thank you so much for everything, always. You guys are always legends, and I love you all so much. See you next weekend, guys. Bye bye.